Hi all, it's Jashandeep here. In this video, I'll be talking about what all things you should be packing before coming to UK. Well, this takes me back to 2018 when I myself was thinking that what all things I should be packing, and there were a few of the things which I brought to UK and I realized thereafter that I shouldn't be bringing that, and that all led to like wastage of the storage space, and there were a few of the items which I actually missed. So I've taken all of these things into account in the list which I have prepared for all of you guys. And the second thing is that list is very much budget friendly. Even if you've got a very basic or minimal budget, you guys can still have a look on these items which I have listed. And for this video, this will be very well sectioned. As you can see on the screen, there are various sections which I have put the items into, and there will be timestamps in the description below for you guys to skip around. So with this, let's straight away get started. Very first category which I'll be talking here is about what all electrical commodities you should be bringing right here in UK. And in this video I'll be a lot much looking towards the right hand side of the screen because I've got my laptop here where I've listed all of these items for all of you guys. So in terms of this category, the very first item which I've listed here is a smartphone. Now let's say once you have arrived right here in UK airport, the very first thing you'll be doing is calling your relatives to pick you up in order to drop you towards accommodation or booking an Uber for yourself. And for that two purposes you'll be requiring a smartphone. And the other thing is, once initially you are not familiar with the local places where you'll be living, so might be want to visit a grocery store, in fact even your university or bank or electrical shop, and in all of this case, in order to do the navigation, you will be requiring a smartphone. So smartphone is a must, and I recommend you to buy back from your own country. Now the second thing which I've listed here is a laptop. Now once you are in the UK universities, once you are going to the library, there will be desktops available for you guys to do the work. But given that now it's a COVID scenario and you have to do a lot of project works, assignments, and in most of the cases you can't rely on the library for a long period of time because sometimes it closes, let's say after 10 o'clock. Sometimes due to COVID, some of the libraries also closes after 6 o'clock. So I highly recommend please bringing a laptop for yourself. Even if it isn't a COVID scenario, laptop is a must so that you can do all of your work back in your home, in comfort of your home itself. Third thing is a UK pin adapter. Now this is a very important thing, and I highly recommend you to bring a UK pin adapter. The price here right here in UK is about £8 to £10, and if you think in India you're getting a cheap price than this, then I highly recommend you to bring that. Fourth thing is a power banks. Now let's say once you're on the airport, you've got an e-ticket and you don't want your phone battery to die, and sometimes it is really difficult to find charging ports. So I highly recommend bringing a power bank so that your phone battery doesn't die on the airport itself. And the fifth thing is the chargers for all of the electrical stuff which you will be bringing for yourself. Now I've written two more things which are kind of extra, whether if you want to bring it or not, which is a speaker or a headphone. If you like hearing kind of a music, or once you do a workout you want your headphones attached, but it's kind of optional or extra for all of you guys. So now moving on to second category, that what all clothing stuff you should be bringing right here in UK. The very first thing which I've listed here is bringing t-shirt, and you can bring like 5 different color t-shirts for yourself here. Second thing is shirts, and here I highly recommend you to bring a black and a white shirt for yourself. And in terms of pant, please bring a black band for sure. Rest all things you can bring optional if you want some other kind of colors, but I highly recommend to bring like a black and white shirt and a black band. So this is a reason because a lot of students are employed in hospitality sector, and the hospitality sector, if you're working let's say in a hotel or a restaurant, the main costume which they have got is a black band and the shirt is kind of a white or a black. And the other thing is your jeans and chinos, and I highly recommend bringing 3 to 4 of them. Now I'm not kind of a jean lover at all. I like wearing chinos as they are really very much comfortable for me. So according to your comfort and preference, bring a jean or a chino for yourself. I highly recommend bring 2 jeans and 2 chinos. There's no harm in that. Now moving on to some of the winter stuff, like what all winter clothing you should be bringing here. The very first thing which I've written here is a warm jacket for yourself. So the warm jacket, now the average price, like mainly I buy all of my warm jackets, the good quality stuff from Superdry market, and usually I got charged about £80 to £150. Now if you think in your country the price of warm jackets is bit cheaper, then I recommend you to bring it from there. Otherwise, if you think the prices are kind of comparable to right here in UK, then I won't be recommending you to bring a warm jacket for yourself, due to the fact that it will take extra space in your your baggage itself. The second thing is a wind cheater. I highly recommend bringing more wind cheaters rather than a warm jacket, because even in the summer month the UK weather is very uncertain. Might be in the morning it will be like a full sunny weather, but don't trust that weather at all right here in UK, because in the evening time it can be completely different. It will be raining all over you, and a wind cheater is a must, and I highly recommend bringing at least 2 or 3 wind cheaters. The other stuff in the clothing which I've written here is you can bring some of the pullovers and sweaters for yourself, and there are 2 tracksuits which I've written here. Now I want to explain here, once you're doing your university classes, even once it is like face to face, you're going to the lecture theaters itself, you will be seeing your classmates, even UK nationalities, most of them just come to the lecture theaters in just a tracksuit. It isn't same as like in India where you kind of well dressed yourself and then go to your university. The main thing is here is the comfort of the clothes which you wear, and a lot of my classmates, even myself as well, sometimes I just kind of go in a tracksuit alone itself. So in terms of tracksuit, I will highly recommend bring a nice fancy good looking tracksuit. It can be like you can purchase a lower of a different company and a jacket or a hoodie of a different company, and you can just combine them, so you can use them both for your home purpose and also for your university if you want to go for a lecture in just a comfortable clothes. And the other thing is bring a towel for yourself. Towel is a very essential commodity, and sometimes people just kind of forget to bring that things. And in terms of the undergarment pairs, bring 5 to 6 undergarment pairs. All of these items which I've mentioned here, you can buy all of them right here in UK as well. Now just to give you an approximate idea that how much it will be costing you right here in UK. Now for example, I mentioned the store known as Superdry. Now their one jacket, a warm jacket, is for about 80 pounds to 150 pounds. But let's say here is one store which is a really cheap and affordable store which is known as Primark, and you've got all of this list of the shopping items and you want to buy it from Primark, then it will cost you about 300 pounds to 400 pounds. And also on a safe side, if you have forgotten any of the items which I have mentioned here, you can always buy here from a Primark store, as this is a really cheap store. It is kind of the same as a Pantaloons back in India. So there are really great offers to explore right here in UK as well, if you have missed any of your clothing items to bring back from India. So now moving on to number 3rd category, here I want to discuss about some of the traditional or religious wears. Now there might be some of the festivals which you kind of enjoy to celebrate once you're right here in UK, such as Diwali or Holi, and I highly recommend to bring some of the traditional dresses with yourself. It can be a kurta pajama as an example, and even for Sikh people as me who wear turban, I want to recommend that please make sure to bring a black turban for sure, as this is a must here. And make sure to bring pug pins, and pug pins are really bit kind of hard to find right here in UK, so I'll highly recommend to bring 2 or 3 of them, and some of your badge which we call for the turban. So these are the few of the religious things which you can bring. And even for someone who is following Islam religion, make sure to bring your hijabs. And to be honest, like UK country, the UK people are very much open-minded to all the religious sects here, so so there isn't kind of any trouble of racism or any kind of stuff. So you are kind of free to practice your own religion, festivals, and any cultural ceremonies which you like to do. So now moving on to the number 4 section, here I want to talk about what kind of shoes you should be bringing right here in UK. Now remember, once you are carrying shoes with yourself in your luggage, it will kind of take a lot of your storage space, and I highly recommend to bring as much less number of shoes as possible. But there are few of the shoes which you will be definitely be requiring them. The very first being formal shoes, and I highly recommend to bring a pair of black shoes for sure in terms of the formal ones. And second is in terms of your fancy shoes. For example, if you want to buy kind of loafers or something like that, I will highly recommend to bringing one of them. And remember that one of the shoes you will be already wearing as well, so you've got 2 fancy shoes pair with yourself. And the third one is like try to bring some of slippers for your home activities. If you want to go to washroom, bathroom, you want to use it, please bring just 1 pair of slippers. Don't try to bring sandals or all of these things, because it is very much cold outside and no one wears here kind of a sandal kind of a thing here. So just bring 1 pair of slipper with yourself as well in terms of footwears. So now moving on to number 5th section, where I want to talk about some of the kitchen items which you should be bringing here. Now I've heard a lot of kind of things related to pressure cooker, that a pressure cooker right here in UK is pretty much expensive, and the price which I checked on eBay is about 15 pounds, and on average the cooker price is about 30 to 40 pounds. So now if you are thinking that this price is expensive, I highly recommend to bring it back from your own country, and it can be a small kind of a cooker so that it takes less storage space in your luggage. And the other things, I've won't be actually recommending you to bring a lot of your kitchen accessories in terms of pans, kadais. Don't bring that all stuff, because you can easily find here, right here in UK, as I said, Primark is a shop where you can find everything for very cheap prices and very cheap deal, to be honest. Some of the things which I highly recommend is for the initial phase, which will be one plate, bring one spoon and one water bottle, and the water bottle will be essentially in your bag itself, so you don't want to put in your luggage bag itself. So these are the few things which I'll be recommending in terms of kitchen accessories. Don't bring other stuff, as I already mentioned, there are places here to buy them. And however, I'll be recommending some of the snacks to bring in for the initial few days which you'll be here. So in terms of the food items, I'll be recommending bring some Indian masalas. It will be very hard for you to find some of the indigenous Indian masalas. You can find here turmeric, red chili powder and everything, but the traditional masalas which you are using in your own region are a bit hard to find, so I highly recommend you to bring masalas. Then some of the snacks such as namkeen, biscuits, if you want to bring for the initial few days. All of these items which I've mentioned here will keep you going through the initial 2-3 days, because after 2-3 days it will taking you time to get familiarized with the grocery shops and everything, and you can rely on all of these items, and thereafter you can buy your grocery items after that. So these are the few of my recommendations which I'll be highly recommending. But if you want to bring more snacks, try bringing them, because I miss food quite a lot right here in UK. So now moving on to the bedroom items categories, here I would like to mention few of the things which you should be bringing. The very first thing is 2 bedsheet sets. So now in this 2 bedsheet set, they will be including a pillow cover as well, so try bringing at least 2 of these bedsheet sets. And the other thing is, in terms of the pillow itself, I won't be recommending you to bring in your luggage right here in UK, because pillows are available here, they are quite cheap prices. As I said, Primark is a store where you can find all of these items. And then in terms of blankets, now blanket is a question which everyone has got. Now let me mention here, if you book the student accommodation for yourself, the blankets will be automatically available for you guys. And if someone is looking forward to book their accommodation, there's a link in the description below. I highly recommend please book your accommodation as soon as possible if you're coming for the latest intake. So the blankets will be available in the student accommodations. However, if you book your accommodation, let's say in a house as an example, so their blankets won't be available, and you might be thinking that you should be bringing blankets back from India. Now let me tell you that in terms of carrying them, it's very much kind of hard and difficult to carry them on the travel journey. So I will be recommending you, instead of spending that much money back in your own country, it will actually cost you about at least 50 to 100 pounds. I'll be recommending you that you buy your blankets right here from UK itself. So this is some of my recommendations for the bedroom items which you should be bringing. So moving on to the last and the final section of this video, I want to talk about some of the personal items or accessories which you should be bringing right here in UK. The very first thing is, don't forget to get yourself a toothpaste, toothbrush, and oil is a must. Oil is something which I kind of struggle because I've got long hairs. I'm a sick person, so it's very hard for me to find oil. So I highly recommend bringing oil back from your own country. And then it's a makeup kit. If you're a girl who likes to do makeup and all of that stuff, try bringing makeup kit back from your own country. Room fresheners, perfumes, creams, these are some of the items which I've listed in the personal item category. On top of that, you can bring some of your personal accessories such as belts, or if you like to wear a watch or caps, so try bringing all of that stuff. That's your own personal items, so I think you know more than me, so try bringing all of that small little things and try to list them out, what all small little things you kind of wear in your day-to-day life and you will be requiring right here in UK. As I approach towards the end of the video, I really hope that this video has provided some value in order that what all things you should be packing before coming to UK. And this is a video which I'll be highly recommending you to check out if you want to watch more of my videos. So thanks for watching, and please enjoy your day ahead, and I wish best of luck for your UK journey. Thanks for watching.